In October of 2016, Luis Rodriguez sat at a Pembroke Park bus stop waiting to go home after working his landscaping job. He would never make it.
Instead, the Broward Sheriff's Office says he was confronted by a stranger named Stanley Rivers. And then that set in motion a series of events that left Rodriguez dead. Rivers charged with murder and ultimately freed. CBS 4's Carey has this exclusive report.
911 calls from the day of the shooting captured the chaos.
The man outside dying, he just been shot. A guy on the bike just shot a man.
Stanley Rivers became the suspect in the murder. Investigators with the Broward Sheriff's Office say surveillance video captured Rivers riding on his bicycle away from the crime scene as he tossed an object into a truck. Investigators believe this is that object, a shoe. They said it had Rivers' DNA inside it and Rodriguez's blood on the front of it. Detectives also recovered this broken necklace from the crime scene with Rivers' DNA on it. They confronted Rivers with what they found.
That shoe, your DNA's in that shoe. This guy's blood is all over that shoe. The shoe that you took off and threw in the back of that truck when you were riding away on your bike. Jury's going to see that your necklace is on scene. It's been ripped. It's been broken. There's pieces all around where this guy died, and your DNA is all over this necklace.
Rivers' reaction?
No, not me. Got wrong dude for that.
Well, there's nobody else running around with your DNA, Stanley. That's the problem.
Rivers said he no longer had a necklace like this one and that he often shared shoes with other people. Detectives arrested Rivers for murder, and Rodriguez's family felt relief.
Thank God that this man isn't not on the streets.
Then in January 2017, detectives received another piece of evidence against Rivers.
He said, bro, you know that me that had murdered was done.
Sir Jimmy Callens was an inmate at the Broward County Jail. He told investigators that he was a longtime friend of Rivers and that before Rivers was arrested, Rivers confessed to Callens that he murdered Luis Rodriguez. However, in a court memo, Broward prosecutors wrote that they had questions about the case. The eyewitness refused to cooperate. There was no foreign DNA found under Rodriguez's fingernails, and prosecutors did not find the inmate, Callens, credible. This is where Stanley Rivers' case takes a turn. Prosecutors had 175 days to file formal criminal charges against him. That's standard procedure. But prosecutors missed that deadline by several days. And because Rivers never waived his right to a speedy trial, his attorney argued that the judge had to drop the case. The judge agreed, and Stanley Rivers was a free man. The judge wrote, Mr. Rivers is entitled to an immediate and permanent discharge from the crime alleged.
Very, very unfair.
Legal experts say missing that deadline means a murder charge can never be brought against Rivers again in this case. That leaves Rodriguez's family feeling like they've been victimized twice, this time by the prosecutors they expected to bring them justice.
They didn't do their job, really and truly what it comes down to, because they needed to file the paperwork on time, and they didn't.
I asked to speak on camera with someone from the state attorney's office, but they declined. Instead, they gave us a statement. It reads in part, we acknowledge an error by our prosecutor which allowed too much time to lapse under Florida's speedy trial statute. Subsequently, in accordance with case law, the court was required to dismiss the second-degree murder charge against Stanley Rivers. As we move forward, we are diligently working to improve our casework protocols for our prosecutors to avoid such errors in the future. I'm told the prosecutor in this case has an unblemished record and was counseled after the error. In Fort Lauderdale, Carey, CBS 4 News Tonight.